Hello, this is Ashwati Prashant, Assistant Professor and Course Coordinator, Department of English, Jamia Hamdard Kano Campus, speaking on The Laugh of the Medusa by Helen Siso. This is the first video on the essay. I'm going to discuss the essay in detail. So let me read the first paragraph out. I shan't speak about women's writing, about what it will do. In the beginning itself, Siso tells she's going to speak about women's writing. The first main point, women's writing, she's going to talk about and what it will do. So, of course, as a feminist, as a woman who wants empowerment or who advocates the empowerment of women, what women's writing will do, of course, she's going to talk about the positive sides of the same. That is, how it can bring some positive or desirable effect in the context of our social being. So, woman must write herself. It's not herself together, but herself. She should write herself about her real self. Must write about women and bring women to writing. They must write about women, the primary subject matter. Mainly they should write about women, that is the women experience, the specific women experience. You can write, only women can write that. And another thing you have to do is to bring other women to writing. There may be a lot of women who are not even writing because of many other obstacles and problems. So you are supposed to bring others also to the forefront of writing, because writing is a kind of rebellion. You are staying away from writing so that men again take up that area as well. And they begin, or they have been writing about, they have been talking about the specifically female experiences with much authenticity. Or they at least claimed that authenticity. We can talk about that. We overrule every area. We dominate every area. So in women writing as well. Or we're writing about women as well. Writing about women experience as well. Even though they haven't experienced any of those, specifically female experiences, but still they are talking about that with that much authenticity, or as if they are much more privileged to talk about that. So no longer that should be permitted. That is the first prime argument that is on the part of Helen Siso. And she tells from which they have been driven away as violently as from their bodies. Next main important aspect is body. The body the body which you have been considering to be really burden, that imposes many restrictions on you, or you never could respect the body, and so that you could never write about this body with any respect or confidence. So that also is to be a past event, and no longer that should be the same. You have to start writing about the body. So women have been driven away violently from their bodies for the same reason, by the same law, with the same fatal goal. So what is this fatal goal? The fatal goal is that of the patriarchy, to drive away women from their potential skills, saying that you are a body, you are just this body, and that body has a lot of restrictions. That is something that is with inherent negative qualities, and sometimes it is attributed to the body. Women body is attributed with sinful impacts, or many other characteristics are already attributed, and women have been taking it for granted. And this is a turning point at which you can think differently. You have to think about how to approach the body in a different way. Women must put herself into the text, as into the world and into the history. Women must put herself into the text. No longer you are supposed to write about this adventurous stories or Cinderella stories. Of course, that may be part of your literature, but no longer that should be the concern, but you have to turn into your own selves. So the self that has been denied to you, and into the world, into the history, and by her own movement. No one will be going to raise voice for you. So it is your turn and it is your responsibility to speak out for yourself. So this entire essay is mostly about women. It's an invocation, it's an exhortation for the women towards the women to speak out for themselves. So no one will take up that role. It is your turn now, because history had been the reverse. History had been something, it was not something desirable. It was not taking a desirable stance towards women empowerment or freedom. So now it is about writing as well as about understanding the body and taking that body as something desirable. It's not something to be kept away, or it's not something to be taken as a curse or some negative labels which are already imposed and instilled upon you by patriarchy, because this patriarchal system has its own fatal goals. That is the term CISO uses here. So that's all with the first paragraph of the essay, and that first paragraph itself, CISO talks about the importance of, or what she means by this essay, what she wants to tell the women as a whole, to what she wants all of them to do, the coming generations of women to do what she would like to tell them. And as well as this Medusa, this character, mythical character, has this, her story also has a lot to do with this, the concept of body and the kind of disapproval, stigma that has been attached to women body, and how it can come out of that shell. This is the major argument point of the essay, and that's all with the paragraph number 1 of the Laugh of the Medusa. Thank you.